Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 1226 to 1228 South Tremaine Avenue in Los Angeles, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line for James Spitzig. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focused on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I'm going to be performing my examination today from this 4-inch main sewer line cleanup that's located here on the left side of the structure. This is about 12 to 15 feet forward of the rear, the backyard gate here, and just next to this one fresh air vent here for the sub area. And it's pretty obvious, this black cap sticking up out of the ground. So we'll go ahead and drop in. We're essentially just going to come out and push straight along the left side of the structure up to the front of the property. Essentially a straight line all the way out to the public sewer under the street. Alright, so what we're pushing through here is a modern ABS plastic. So this is not the original pipe here on the property. This is an upgrade. Now, these modern plastic pipes, they're good materials for this type of a system. The plastic pipe itself has a very long service life expectancy. It has a very smooth inner surface that allows for a very high washout capability. In other words, they don't have a tendency to collect debris and have a high potential for blockages. And then finally, these modern plastic pipes, they're intended to be impervious to root intrusions. So far everything looks to be in pretty good shape. I'm going to get a little cold water running, see if we can knock down some of this fog or steam in the pipe. But so far everything in the plastic looks to be draining normally. Alright, so here at 55 feet we are changing materials. We're connecting back up to the original 4-inch vitrified clay piping. Now, these original clay pipes, they are also expected to have a long service life. Being a natural material, they're less likely to deteriorate underground, but they are more brittle in nature, do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity or earthquakes. So we're looking for any areas that may have significant cracks or breaks, significant offsets or separations at the connections or joints, anything that could be considered a compromise to the integrity of the pipe. Now, we are seeing some roots intruding into the pipe at some of these joints. That's a fairly common condition. Normally, we are suggesting that roots at the joint areas of these older clay pipes can be maintained with regular sewer line cleanings. It's when they're left unmaintained for extended periods that they can create blockages in the system, and that increases the potential to damage the pipe at those joints. It's pretty important that regular maintenance is followed. Now, right here we're looking at a hole in the top of the pipe. This is basically, it was a pipe section that was damaged, typically maybe in the delivery out to the property when it was first installed. It was very common practice that these damaged sections of pipe would be used. The hole would be placed at the top of the pipe, and then the area would be wrapped with a metal wrapping to seal it up. Well, that's no longer an approved method of repair, and those metal wrappings do rot out eventually. So we're looking here at one that's beginning to fail. You can see some roots and some soil starting to come through there. So this is a situation where we're going to start recommending time for repair, either a point repair, meaning dig up and replace this section, but in this case one might want to consider maybe a liner. To rehabilitate the sections of pipe. Now this is a similar condition here. You see a broken out section here at the top of this pipe. At the end of the section, this is where the 4-inch pipe meets up with the 6-inch clay pipe. It looks like that 6-inch pipe also has a hole in it, and I can see some soil there. So this is a situation where we're concerned with a potential for a sinkhole. When you've got a hole in the pipe that's allowing soil and you're removing earth from below the areas, either around the sidewalk or around the street. And once you remove enough soil, or enough soil gets washed down during storms and things like that, you have the potential for a sinkhole to occur. So this is a situation where we're really going to be recommending a more significant repair. So we've got 2 of these areas in the short run of the 4-inch clay pipe. Most likely we're just going to recommend going ahead and replace the remainder of the original 4-inch clay with the modern 4-inch plastic out to this point, repair this connection. Alright, dropping into the 6-inch clay pipe now. It's going to run us out to our public sewer under the street. We're seeing some more significant roots down through here, kind of just covering the whole inner area of the pipe. So we're at a condition now where we really should have a cleaning performed. Roots like this, they hide things in the pipe. You can't really see the walls of the pipe too well. See if there's any cracks. No signs of any obvious breaks or shifts that I'm seeing yet, but it's kind of hard to really give an accurate evaluation of the pipe when it's in this type of condition. You can see the debris build up and slow drainage occurring, and then right here we've got a pretty good blockage at about 80 feet. What I'm going to do here is briefly see if I can punch the camera through it. I have a guide on the camera to get it up off the bottom of the pipe, but that makes the diameter of this camera quite a bit bigger. So I don't think I'll be able to punch through with the guide on, so I'll probably have to stop the video here. Oh, we got it through. Now we just got to get the camera washed off. We'll keep the video going. Let's get as cleaned out as we can. This really helps to illustrate how these roots limit our visibility. Now, there's a fairly soft blockage, but we punched some of the debris out, but you can see here, there's still quite a bit here. So we're definitely going to need to recommend a good thorough cleaning of the lateral pipe here, the 6-inch line under the street, so that we can get a better look at it. I also recommend a follow-up examination. Alright. About 7-8 feet of pipe there that's pretty dirty. Let's clean up a bit here. And then right here is going to be our connection into our public sewer. About 95 feet. So the line's under 100 feet, and there aren't really any turns, so there's no reason to recommend a second clean out on this line. I am going to mark out the 2 areas where there's those holes in the pipe, and get an idea of how much of the original clay there is, how deep it is, so that I can recommend a repair there and provide a reflection of industry standard costs, repair costs in my report. But more importantly for now, for the inspection purposes, that 6-inch lateral pipe needs to get cleaned out really good, and I would suggest performing a follow-up examination just to make sure there's nothing else in those areas that would need repair. It also might shed a little light on the options available. Like I was talking about, the rehabilitation of the pipe might be something that would benefit here. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video portion of the examination for today. Please do refer to my written report for the description of the final findings and recommendations for today's examination. And then once the line's been cleaned, we can come back out and give the final repair recommendations. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.